Sometimes, even the simplest gameplay mechanics can grant success to your project. The secret is how to properly mix the basic mechanics and serve this cocktail to the public. Such games often brings original features and game design solutions, and today we will examine the Loop Hero to understand how elements of different genres are combined in this project. And to analyze these unique features, we will answer the question of how our tiny pixelated hero won a massive success among the players, getting into the top of the Steam sales rating. So pick your deck and supplies, we are moving out to its game design loop. At the last year Video Game Awards presentation, where Devolver Digital revealed small but ambitious indie project Loop Hero, it was awarded the Game of the Year even before its release. Then we took this as a joke, but now when the game is released and sold huge numbers, even skeptics are no longer laughing. Well, there is no doubt that we have spectacular project here, but let's make a deal. I will not even try to define the genre of Loop Hero. Developers managed to confuse everyone. Here we got card battler, roguelite, idler, role-playing and other elements. But much more interesting is the original game design solutions that led to such a resounding success. The essence of this project lays in game design alchemy. I'll try to explain. The main gameplay concept is an idler, the well-known genre in the mobile industry, where the main character wandering in circles without direct player control, while we do manage the hero equipment and building cards. The composition of these cards and their combinations are the main gameplay driving feature. Player constantly makes decisions how and in what order to play these cards. But the difference between Loop Hero and the most of card battle projects is in the delayed effect of each decision that he makes. The consequences may not manifest themselves immediately, and at a particular game state it is difficult to determine why exactly we are starting to meet difficulties, and whether it is possible to fix the situation on the next loop. This feature encourages the player to experiment searching new gameplay strategies. This is the key to success of this project. If player quickly finds the optimal combinations of builds, cards, items or tactics, the game becomes monotonous. At the same time, the desire to constantly search for the easiest way to play is inherent in human nature on subconscious level, so the main challenge for the game designer is to awaken this desire to seek for new gameplay solutions. There is a rule of thumb in game design. Player must be provided with a clear and prompt feedback on his actions. But as we all know, each rule should have an exception, and it is the Loop Hero. Developers from 4 Quarters also managed to implement other curious features into this basic concept. Let's take a look at the characters, their skills and equipment system. We got 3 fundamentally different hero classes that have their own playstyles, and unique sets of equipment like shields for a warrior, dual wield and boots for a rogue, grimoires and jewelry for necromancer. Character builds are also different. Stat setups they might work perfectly for one class, for another might be useless or even unavailable. All this adds the variability to the gameplay, and the crucial point here is the game balance. Without using special development tools, based their decision mostly on the playtest results and intuition, developers managed to balance all these systems. So even now, Holy Wars which class is better is still goes on. This perfectly illustrates the fact that the goal for the game balance was achieved successfully. The meta progression in the Loop Hero based on the systems of village building management and crafting supplies. And in addition to their utility features, meta gameplay phase allows player to take a short break, switch to the objectives on the strategic level, and prepare yourself for the next run. In fact, this is an essential part of the game, not a placeholder. Due to the proper mixture of roguelite core gameplay and meta progression, the right balance between the emotional states of the player has achieved. Thus, player doesn't get tired from the monotonous gameplay and plunge himself into the game for hours. You need to provide player with the opportunity to do something useful in terms of the overall game progress, to take a break from a loop clashes. Basically, it is achieved by village building management, crafting supplies, plot dialogues, and other small features. But the most unique element of the Loop Hero game design is the card combination effects on the battlefield. During each run, player can generate unique events by himself. For example, putting the Vampire Mansion card next to the village. It will be invaded by hordes of zombies. Clearing these zombies few times, you will get the Prosperous Settlement with much stronger passage bonuses. And there are a lot of such combo effects. And this is certainly a distinctive feature of the project. These hidden mechanics encourage player to explore, providing vivid emotions. These features directly affects the gameplay, becoming the missing puzzles in the player's strategy preparation. Developers not only intentionally hide these effects, but they are not afraid to punish players with negative outcome from certain combinations. Yes, sometimes such gameplay situations cause a storm of rage, and thus the wider the range of emotions from such experience. I would also like to mention the traditional in-game encyclopedia, which contains items, enemies and card descriptions, as well as useful hints for strategy builds. It serves as a kind of reward for the player, since it is unlocked through meta progression, and thus become a really valuable part of the game. As for the visual style, for all its simplicity, a tremendous job has been done here. First of all, I'm talking about art direction, all the elements of which are synergized perfectly. The colors emphasize the theme of the ruined fantasy world, recreated from the faded memories of our hero. It is worth noting that 4-quarter artists are already familiar to us. They took part in the insanely popular project Katana Zero, which we will also consider in details in future videos. Yes, it is clear that from a technological point of view, visual style doesn't impress sophisticated player, but at the same time it contributes to the necessary level of immersion in this world. On contrary, narrative techniques are mostly traditional. The original setting and lore details are presented through dialogues in a simple, often humorous form. For any indie studio, it is an important skill to define the priorities in development process. You should improve and polish key gameplay elements first. And narrative design here can serve as a good example of how to save resources completing the game design objective at the same time. The development process itself are exciting also. The team of 4 Russian guys working remotely managed to develop and polish game only for 11 months. It is really a remarkable fact. Often the development process took several years, and this is a common period for the industry. But the Loop Hero was not the first project of this team. Guys already have released several other games. They had participated in many game jams, including famous Ludum Dare, and they got well-tuned pipeline management processes. Most of the development tasks they solve through text messages without eye contact. Chatting. Can you believe that? Certainly this team is great, but the publisher played a crucial role in the success of this project. Devolver Digital is a truly legendary publisher that almost all indie teams dream of working with. They are the ones who know how to run the marketing strategy as effectively as possible, and they are the ones who guarantee the quality and success for the future projects. They are not afraid to experiment and oftentimes took on board unique and outstanding projects, so they are deservedly considered as one of the most famed indie publishers. Thanks to Devolver Digital, we got many independent gems released in recent years. Well, Loop Hero, despite all its original game design solution and publisher support, it is still a niche product. Although sales statistics are making indisputable standpoints, 94% positive reviews on Steam and a huge number of copies sold tell us the opposite. And I am truly glad that such small teams as 4 Quarters have a chance to succeed in our competitive industry. I wish them luck and a new brave game design ideas. And I wanna thank you guys for watching this video. And if you enjoy this, you know what to do. I'll see you soon. Bye.